Today is November 21st, 2025, and while the January visa bulletin normally arrives sometime in the second week of December, we already have strong evidence-based indicators from the December 2025 release that help us understand what movement is most likely ahead. Fiscal year 2026 officially began on October 1st, and historically the first quarter of every fiscal year carries new visa numbers, fresh capacity, and measurable forward movement across several categories. December confirmed this. Once again, we saw modest progress, steady advancements, and some categories, especially EB5, showing stronger than expected upward momentum. For everyone watching the visa bulletin closely, here's where things stand right now. The U.S. Department of State released the December 2025 visa bulletin earlier this month, giving us a clear look at how fiscal year 2026 is shaping up. Employment-based categories continue to move, some slowly, some steadily, but all in the right direction. Family-based categories are also progressing gradually, which is exactly what we usually see at the start of a new fiscal year. One of the most important highlights from December is that USCIS confirmed the use of the dates for filing chart for both family-based and employment-based green card applications. That single decision alone opens the door for thousands of applicants to file their Form I-485 earlier, giving them access to benefits such as EAD and advance parole while they wait for final visa authorization. To recap what December 2025 showed us, EB5 investors, specifically in the unreserved category for India and China, saw stronger jumps, one of the most positive signs in the entire bulletin. Employment-based categories overall continue to move forward, even if slowly. Family-based categories are advancing in their typical early-year rhythm, and the dates for filing flexibility is a major advantage for applicants across the board. Now let's move into the January 2026 predictions, which are carefully constructed, factual, and grounded in the patterns we are seeing right now. Starting with EB1, the extraordinary ability, outstanding professors, and multinational executive category, we expect all countries except India and China to remain current. This is consistent with long-standing trends. China may see a movement of around 1 to 3 months based on the recent pace of advancement. India, however, is likely to see minimal movement or potentially remain flat simply because of consistently high demand and continued pressure on available visa numbers. Even with high demand, the good news is that EB1 India remains stable and is not expected to retrogress at this time. Shifting to EB2, the category for advanced degree and exceptional ability professionals, for all countries except India and China, we are expecting steady progress of approximately 2 to 6 months forward. This is in line with early-year visa allocation and the strong start of the fiscal year. India may see 1 to 3 months of advancement largely because applicants who previously downgraded from EB2 to EB3 are now rebalancing back into this category. China could advance by 1 to 4 months based on recent movement patterns. In EB3, which includes skilled workers and professionals, we anticipate stronger jumps for most countries. Historically, EB3 tends to show better early movement compared to EB2. All countries except India and China, including the Philippines and Mexico, have a solid chance of seeing 3 to 8 months of advancement. India may progress by 1 to 4 weeks, reflecting high demand but steady management. China is expected to move forward modestly, similar to EB2 with small but meaningful monthly advances. EB5 investors remain the brightest category in December and likely again in January. In the unreserved non-set-aside category for India, the December bulletin moved to July 1st, 2021, which was a significant advancement. China moved to July 15th, 2016. Based on these shifts and the historically strong pace of EB5 updates at the start of a fiscal year, we anticipate further advancements of around 3 to 12 months in January 2026 for India and China. Rural, high unemployment, and infrastructure set-aside categories are expected to remain current for most countries. Overall, for employment-based categories, analysts expect between 1 and 6 months of forward movement in most categories in January. No major retrogressions are predicted right now. With the new fiscal year beginning strongly, the forward progress seen in December is likely to continue into January. Next, let's look at family-based categories. These categories typically move more slowly, following consistent, predictable patterns due to higher demand and fixed annual caps. For F1, the category for unmarried adult children of U.S. citizens, we expect an advancement of 1 to 3 months. F2A, which covers spouses and minor children of permanent residents, remains one of the most favorable categories across the board, and depending on visa flow, it may remain current or experience notable advancement. F2B, for unmarried adult children of permanent residents, is likely to move forward by 2 to 4 months. F3, covering married children of U.S. citizens, is expected to advance by 1 to 2 months. And F4, the category for siblings of U.S. citizens, continues to be the slowest, with expected movement of 1 to 3 months. Applicants from India, Mexico, and the Philippines may experience slower progress due to consistently higher demand in these regions. Moving to diversity visa applicants for DV 2026, cutoff numbers continue to rise steadily. Those selected should monitor their case numbers closely, ensure documents are complete, and follow official guidance from the Department of State. Another important update: the religious worker category has been extended through January 31st, 2026, ensuring continuity for applicants in this visa classification. For everyone monitoring their priority dates, here are the most practical tips to stay ahead. Track your priority date every month as soon as the bulletin is released. If your date is approaching, prepare your documents in advance, including medical exams, affidavit of support, where applicable, and civil documents. Many applicants benefit greatly from scheduling an early consultation with an immigration attorney for personalized guidance. Utilize tools such as the priority date calculator at myipriority.com for better projections. Most importantly, stay positive. Fiscal year 2026 has a larger pool of available visas, and movement has already begun. As we wait for the official release of the January 2026 Visa Bulletin, stay connected to USA Immigration Hub for verified updates without drama, speculation, or misleading claims. Everything we report is grounded in factual, publicly available data and established immigration patterns. Drop your priority date and category in the comments. Our community is incredible.